What's that?
Mistress! What's that?
Well, you're expecting to put that on my head, are you?
The Comtesse did ask for a ship.
Well, I expected a little imagination.
Yes, a glorious man of war.
Yes, it's not breasting huge waves of hair. This looks like it's run aground.
Yeah, on a dead poodle. My mistress here, in 7 days' time, is attending a very exclusive soirée de musique.
Musica!
When she takes her seat, she wants the people in the row behind thinking there's been a bloody great eclipse.
Big, monsieur!
Big!
Non compris-chi?
Parfaitement.
Oh, I forgot about him. Madame, there's a messenger here with very urgent news.
My lady, I come hot foot from your country estate to inform you that your beloved husband is gravely ill.
Who?
The old Comte.
Honoré!
I will, of course, spare Madame the ghastly details.
No, that's all right. Go on, go on.
Suffice it to say that his face is a hideous mass of suppurating pustules and certain extremities have dropped off.
Well, come on, what other news? Well, are the tulips out? I need something to cheer me up, monsieur.
Yeah, she's just had the most appalling shock any woman can ever have, haven't you?
I mean, look at this!
Look at this!
It wouldn't impress anyone unless the sat on it. Looks like a shredded turnip, monsieur.
Very, very shoddy work.
Shoddy work. You're whacking in miniature.
Take it away. It's very shoddy.
Is it 12 o'clock? I have an appointment with Madame de Plange, and she hates to be kept waiting.
Oh, well, it's 3:30.
Excellent.
That young man.
All a charade, my dear. The Comtesse de Vache hasn't had a decent lover since she was 10. And he put it about a lot for a 9-year-old.
She has a husband. I expect he provides all the warmth and love she needs.
Long as she doesn't need it very often, yes. At his advanced age, the warmest bit is normally an inflamed goiter. Of course, he is remarkably wealthy.
Maman, you're not suggesting she married him for his money.
My dear, when one is trying to excite a sack of dried fruit, it's amazing how 60,000 a year puts power to one's elbow. The woman is too sordid for words.
I'm sure that's not true. There are plenty of words to describe how sordid a person is. Disgustingly vile, sufficiently repulsive to induce continuous vomiting, so festeringly nauseous that her corrupt...
Oh, Eveline!
Apart from which, everyone speaks very highly of her to Marie Antoinette.
Only because they have to. She knows things.
Things?
Makes it her business to uncover all the dark, embarrassing little secrets that one would rather not be made public.
Like what?
That is not for the ears of an innocent and pure young girl. You are innocent and pure.
Maman, you embarrass me. I wouldn't know a penis if I sat on one.
That was close. Now, de Plange, what do we know of her?
P. Right. Madame de Plange, the lover at present of the Marquis de Bonneville, the Vicomte de Brute, several chevaliers, 2 gardeners, a Doberman, and a butcher. So, no shortage of meat in her diet.
What does she want with me? That's the question.
If I may hazard a hypothesis, I believe she has come to present her daughter Eveline, who has recently sprouted into a woman.
Oh, that's interesting. Have you ever done that before?
Be warned, mistress. Madame de Plange is known to be jealous of your good relations with the Queen Consort.
With who? With who? With who?
The Queen Consort, Marie Antoinette. You've seen her around the palace. Big Bo Peep look-alike. Crown. The Austrian tart the king married.
Oh, yes. So, Madame de Plange is jealous.
Oh, not arf. And it is said she will stop at naught to bring about your utter and total downfall.
Well, it's all go today, isn't it? Yes,
Oh, right.
clever. Oh, Madame de Plange.
Madame la Comtesse!
What a marvelously delightful intrusion. I must apologize for keeping her waiting. I'm afraid I was doing something rather more important. Lizette. Still, enough of these pleasantries. What brings you this end of the palace fully clothed?
Madame la Comtesse, may I have the honor of introducing my daughter Eveline?
Oh, I do. You're the spitting image of your father. Have you met him?
I think, madame, that you are very insulting, and if you intend to continue, I shall leave immediately.
Oh, well, goodbye.
Now then, Madame is already late for her afternoon bouche-à-bouche with a rapidly expanding flax merchant. So if you will excuse her...
Eveline, darling, would you wait for me in the corridor?
Maman! If you're about to discuss the pleasures of the flesh, I'm hardly likely to understand. The advantage of being innocent is words like multiple orgasm and hung like a cart horse mean absolutely nothing.
Goodbye. Go home and wash your mouth out, you dirty bitch.
Madame la Comtesse, as a true and loyal friend, may I ask a small favor? Some months ago, I became acquainted with the Marquis de Bonneville, a remarkably sympathique young man of impeccable dimension. However, what began as a mere dalliance on my part has become an embarrassment. The man worships the very cushions I sit on.
It could just be poor eyesight.
I was therefore wondering if you knew of someone woman enough to attract him away from me.
Bonneville. I think Madame has already had him. Baffin, Bordeaux, Basingstoke.
A brief lull in the hostilities with the British.
But no Bonneville, strangely.
Of course, I realise the dangers. Should whoever it is fail, she would undoubtedly become the laughingstock of the entire palace.
Then it will clearly have to be someone assured of success, madame. Well, can't we get these up a bit?
Madame, they are up any higher, and you may find they interfere with your hearing.
I just want to make an impression.
Then I suggest you hit him with them.
I'm quite sure this is a good idea, are we?
What?
I mean, the Marquis de Bonneville, he's young, he's handsome, he's sexually voracious.
Oh, is he?
Actually, maybe I should do it. No, just say the word, madame, and I will selflessly catapult myself straight into his breeches. No! Thereby sacrificing my own good name for the glory of my mistress.
No. There are some things one quite likes to do by oneself.
Well, of course, you'd be familiar with that concept.
Oh, get back here! that door. He's expecting a vision of aristocratic loveliness.
Yes, all right.
Me! Oh, is the bed prepared?
Yeah, 3 pillows, as Madame requested. 1 for herself, 1 for the Marquis, and 1 to keep your arse up.
What shall I be? Demure, I think, like the portrait.
It's a bit wistful. I'd be more sexular if I was you.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, ready? Go.
Oh, you honour us with your presence. What?
Your husband's end has been diagnosed as very nigh, madam.
Well, that's why he must stay in the country. That's why you must stay in the countryside on the way. You can't go and die here. You know, it's forbidden. It's forbidden to dig holes in the palace grounds. You know that, you fool!
His only desire is to leave this vale of tears with his head pressed to your bosom.
I'm expecting someone else for that. Anyway, you wouldn't want to cuddle that, would you? Would you? Well, you might, but would you? Oh, just bring him in and lay him somewhere, then. But you can't stay long! You can't stay long on the rail!
God, it smells like a syphilitic's piss pot. Look at his face, it's disgusting.
Well, you haven't seen the rest of him. I mean, it's always been like sleeping with an elephant's scrotum. Well, I need to weep for my husband, monsieur.
She's got loads of weeping to do, come on. Oh, it's him, it's him.
I don't do this. I've got nuns to shave.
Shut up. Right, ready? A bit more sexier. Good.
Yes?
I'm a priest, madame, sent to pray for your husband's life.
What now?
Well, now would be preferable. After death, it gets slightly tricky.
All right, come in quickly. Go on. Mush, mush, mush. And don't ring any bells and don't burn anything that smells.
Madame cannot seduce bon vie with a priest in the next room.
I don't see why not. He's not going to join in, is he? It's Friday. They only allowed fish.
You'll have to have a tryst somewhere.
Tryst?
Yeah, a tryst, you know, trysts, they're all the rage. You'll have to have a tryst again, like you did last summer.
Tryst again? Yes, like I did last year.
Yeah. What about the orange grove? And then Madame could have him on the banquette.
Oh, now, Lisette, inform the Marquis that I shall be accidentally passing by in 10 minutes.
Oh, righto.
A twist.
And the palace physician, madame, come to save your dear master's life.
Oh, don't bother. If God can't do it, you got a fat chance. So you got it right. It's changed to the orange grove.
Oh. Well, tell your mistress she has made a most succulently delicious selection, and I shall be waiting with my ardour barely concealed.
Right. You have actually seen her, haven't you?
Sorry?
Nothing. Just wondering.
If that's someone for my husband with a measuring stick, tell them oak with brass handles. Oh, and no death mask. This could be one of the few corpses that improve with age.
It's the Queen.
What much as I like meeting your friends, I'm rather pushed to retire.
No. The Queen. Well, consort Marie Antoinette.
But I'm in a rush. Can't you get rid of her?
Madame, if I could do that, you would now be watching 10 million Frenchmen kiss my buttocks. A woman couldn't take a hint if one nailed it to a suppository.
Monsieur le Marquis de Bonville. I hope I haven't stumbled on a scene of depraved and licentious debauchery.
Yeah. No, as you see, mademoiselle, I am all alone.
Then I'm sure there's nothing improper in us sharing a banquette.
Oh.
Your Majesty.
Dear, I am so. Und Bending Scheiß und Heinz Glitschkind?
Sad.
said that your husband is covered in the dreadful eruptions. Particularly as he was not the best-looking man in the first place.
You're so kind, so kind.
As your king's... Frau?
Bit of rumpo.
Bit of rumpo. I must tell you that here in Austria, everyone is weeping.
France.
Yeah, France, Spain, everyone is weeping.
Your Majesty is so kind, but I'm sure she has more important things to do than waste her time on matters of such small consequence.
No.
Oh, Her Majesty! Oh, do. Oh, do. There's been a problem. Oh, do. You must come. You must come.
Her Majesty is here.
Oh, do. Ah! A rat! Who's the rat? You better run in the opposite direction, Her Majesty!
I love rats! Easy there! Komm, Liebchen! Komm zu
Madame, I must ask you to cancel your seduction of the Marquis de Bonneville, who I now love and worship with every inch of my body.
When did this happen?
Just now, with every inch of his.
Listen, you little flower of the dung heap. Have you any idea who you're talking to here?
I have. Which is why, though my heart weeps to have to throw my own parent to a pit of slavering hyenas, if you swear not to molest my darling Bonneville, I will divulge a dark and dreadful secret regarding my mother.
Ooh.
I promise.
She promises.
Aside from my fiancé, Maman is or has been the lover of the Vicomte de Bru, several chevaliers.
I thought it was going to be interesting.
2 gardeners, a butcher.
She didn't know about the Doberman.
And your husband, the Comte de Vache.
What would anyone want with that, huh? I haven't touched him since 1771. Buffon?
Never.
Well, I was inquiring as to Madame de Plange's motive, monsieur.
Oh,
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Money.
rather late in life for that one to turn professional.
Not if she stood to make a huge fortune and simultaneously ruin the most hated and despised and loathed woman in all of France.
Who? Well, me?
No, not you. Well, yes, you. Oh. But there are some other people that are just as loathed as you. Like,
Marie Antoinette.
Oh, God, yeah, she's loathed.
She is.
She is so loathed.
And the Marquise de Foufou is heartily disliked.
Heartily, she's a cow.
Yes.
She's a complete cow.
Yes.
Anyway. Madame de Plange can ruin me. How? How?
Vitam caelestem resegamus peiesum Christum Dominum nostrum.
If the old Comte dies, you stand to inherit everything, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't marry him for his looks, you know.
A slug wouldn't have married him for his looks.
However, if you are involved in some kind of public scandal, like humping the Marquis de Bonneville, for instance, he might decide to give his money to someone else, mightn't he? Someone who's got a cleavage so big you could lose a giraffe down it. Someone who's been throwing herself at him like an Olympic wet nurse.
Madame de Plange.
Plonge!
Oh, it all ties up.
Now be careful.
Madame, my breast is aflame with passion. My loins a burning bush of lust waiting only to be doused by you.
Could you come back? I'm very sorry.
If I may proffer a pensée, madame.
Yes, all right. Spit it out. Come on.
If your husband should die before you copulate with the Marquis, surely there'll be no problem.
Oh, I know what he's saying. He's just using highfalutin words to say, wait till the old cunt dies, and then you can shag the hunk and we're all in the clear.
Well, that must happen soon.
Yes, like now.
Now. He must die now.
Now.
Must die now, Honoré.
Sempiterne Deus salus eterna credentium.
Right.
Excuse
me. You know, when you're doing all your Padre Glorioso Salvum Mass and Mass...
How often do you actually get a result? It's just that my mistress looks very good in black, and we was just thinking, if Jesus wants him for a sunbeam, nobody is objecting.
I mean, look at him, he's so old. I mean, if you had ever seen him trying to suck a golden delicious, you'd know it's a miracle he struggled on this long.
Mistress, I've had another thought. Madame de Plange can be remarkably persuasive. What if the Comte has already changed his will?
Well, get a doctor! Get a doctor!
I don't do doctor.
Oh, get a doctor!
I was given to understand that my services as court physician were not required.
Well, I'm sorry. That was when she wanted him dead. She now wants him alive, though having seen him, I wouldn't have thought there was much difference.
I, sir, am not a puppy dog to be sent for and dismissed willy-nilly.
Oh, do stop whinging. Do you have any idea what I have been through today? I made the most exquisite ship wig ever seen, bristling with crow's nests and poop decks. Given the right crew, it could have rammed Portsmouth. And was that good enough? Make it bigger, she says. Big, monsieur, big. So don't talk to me about injured pride, you fat queen, because mine has been irreparably bashed.
I wonder if I could interest you in a revolutionary treatment for stress.
Stress?
Yes. Basically, one takes 4 leeches, places them in one's hand, and whenever one feels that tension building up, one simply squeezes them. Like this. Of course, it can be dreadfully messy.
Oh. Will he live?
That, I'm afraid, is in the lap of God.
Well, what exactly does he have?
It's the POX. I'm not quite sure which kind of pox. As you know, there are lots of poxes. However, I've washed out his bowels. I don't know if he'll do much good, but it certainly perked the priest up.
So how can I find out if he's altered his will?
If I might...
Oh, come on then.
Come on.
What is it?
Well, if your husband has changed his will, then surely his death would come as a pleasant surprise to Madame de Plange. All one has to do, therefore, is convince her he is dead and gauge her reaction.
Ah. He's very good, isn't he?
Well, he's homosexual, isn't he?
Sent you away? That's impossible. Did you show your legs?
Yes, well,
Oh, you have failed me, monsieur. I was given to understand a mere flash of your smile could deflower a cemetery. I take it you have no excuses.
I believe her husband was there.
Husband?
It's not unusual. After a busy day at their offices, many just like to sit back and watch something undemanding. There could have been a danger of him missing my big finish. Well, he's dying.
Dying? No. He can't die yet.
Oh. From my, mistress.
The Comte and Comtesse de Vache cordially invite Madame de Plange to a supper of finger snacks and stuffed fancies in their apartments at 8 o'clock. So, you see, monsieur, his condition is not as grave as you say.
Oh. He looks so at peace with the world, doesn't he? So serene. Still, he's had a good innings. It's the way he would have liked to have gone.
I've dug it.
Yes, Uncle, we'll be in touch.
can't bury him.
Can't I?
He's not dead. It's simply a ruse to fool Madame de Plange.
Yeah, so? What more convincing a ruse than him 6 feet down under a slab of marble?
Well, obviously I'll dig him up again, you know, if anyone feels particularly strongly. You may be homosexual, monsieur, but you've got no sense of humour.
You know what you have to do? You engage the Comtesse in some mindless conversation while I convince the old Comte to alter his will.
Which is not a sin, because when the money is ours, we will distribute it among all the poor people of France so they have a lovely Christmas and a bright and happy future.
Yes, dear, that's right.
Welcome to this place of woe.
Oh, my dears, how delightful of you to have come.
You should have brought the Marquis with you. Would have saved one of you having to climb off him.
Now tell me, what can we get you? Something long and spicy and a butcher's apron, perhaps? But forgive me. The introduction. Have you met my husband?
2, 3, 4.
You're a scraggy, selfish, old piss porter!
Wig!
If Madame will wait a second, I shall have it winched out of its crate.
A miracle! Oh, praise the Lord, it's a miracle!
Is he still here?
It's quite the most remarkable recovery I've ever seen. Though as his wife, you should be warned. I believe it to have been a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh, thank God for that. I was worried sick I might be in danger.
Is this not a day of celebration?
Water! And then, monsieur, perhaps you will tell me how she got it.
Stunt.